Joe Regan Strength and Conditioning. This is Ryan Osleeb. He's a former New York State wrestling champion. He's now a member of the Harvard Crimson Tide wrestling team. So today what we're going to show is this really awesome core exercise. It's an anti-rotation exercise, meaning we're trying to create stability through the core without moving at the spine. So what the exercise is, it's in a half kneeling position, and he's going to use a kettlebell. So it's a half kneeling kettlebell lift. It's a diagonal lift pattern. So Ryan's going to get into position. I'm going to show you kind of what we're looking for and how I coach it, how I do it. All right, so Ryan's in this half kneeling position here. You can see he's got two 90-degree angles on his trail leg and his front contact leg, okay? What I want to have him do, first thing first, is I want to tell him to get tall and tight. So when he gets tall and tight, that's going to turn on his, reflectively turn on his abdominals, and that's what we're looking for. So that's the first cue. He's got nice, tall, and tight posture here. Now what I want him to do here is I want him to kind of dig into the floor with his toes. That's going to turn his trail glute on, okay? So once he turns that glute on, he's also going to start getting, a nice stretch on the front part of his thigh on his hip flexor. So once Ryan gets all his cues and he gets into position, he looks pretty good there, right? He's going to grab the kettlebell on the trail side hip, okay? And with his arms extended, he's just going to kind of lift in a diagonal pattern and come across. Just moving really with the arms. He doesn't want to move his shoulders too much. So he needs to continue to squeeze his glute together so he doesn't lose that stability. All right. So that wasn't bad. That was pretty good. So again, it's all about just making sure that he's talking himself in his head to keep those clues. Tall and tight, right? He wants to keep that glute squeezed, squeeze that cheek, so to speak, right? So anyways, it's a phenomenal exercise even if you're not an athlete, What's happening is everybody's sitting a lot in today's population, so what's happening is everybody's really short through the hip flexors and kind of rotated, anteriorly in their pelvis. So even if you're not an athlete, this is a really great exercise to kind of get that neutral pelvic alignment, right? And it'll definitely take some strain off your lower back. So give it a shot and tell me how you like it. Thanks.